Hi everybody, it's Cody Lockwood from LockwoodsLoot doing a real quick new comic book day review. So today we are going to do 5 books actually. This is something new I want to start doing. I plan on doing it on Tuesday nights, but last night was my wife Audra's birthday, so we went out to eat. And then after that, I had my game night, Numenera, and then by the time I got home, it was midnight, read the comics, so it was like 2 o'clock before I was done. But starting next week, I'm planning on doing these reviews at about 6 o'clock in the evening. So first up, we have a book called Beautiful Canvas from Black Mask. Black Mask is one of my favorite comic book companies. They do Space Riders, one of my all-time favorite. We Can Never Go Home, 4 Kids Walk Into a Bank, but Beautiful Canvas. We're going to start off, it looks like, with some more serious books and then get more fun as we go in. So this book was very well done. I would say almost like a movie. It was very David Lynchian. In fact, they even make a reference to David Lynch. It's about the lead character is an assassin, and she's going through her day. And the main character is a very wealthy woman who wants to push around her money. She feels that she owns everyone, and basically she's hired this young lady as an assassin to carry out her mission. She goes and she carries out her hit, which it was amazing. The scene was the hit that she was hired to do was extremely, you could, well, she was snorting some white substance off a carrot. So when the main character came in to assassinate her, she attempted to throw the carrot as a weapon, but obviously a bullet beats a carrot. So it's the way it's written, it kind of jumps back and forth in between this like internal monologue. A really cool book. I'm very curious to see where it goes. But not only that, but then there's this aspect of this team that's hunting down the assassin, because the assassin, she kind of went AWOL. She didn't totally complete the job, but the people that are hunting her are like a crocodile guy, a cheetah woman, an octopus gal. So it's very bizarre and weird, but you take that out and it's a very dynamic story as well. So I definitely highly recommend it. Beautiful Canvas by Black Mask. I don't think you would be unhappy with that. I thoroughly enjoyed it, more so than I thought I was. The next one was Scrimshaw by Alterna Comics. You'll notice from most of my reviews there are going to be some more independent and not the mainstream comic books. I feel everyone does reviews on Marvel and DC comics, and those aren't the books I'm excited about normally anyways. I like some of the more obscure, I like some of the more silly comic books, but I also like the serious ones, but normally they're not the main DC or Marvel. The next, so speaking of, Alterna Comics is a company that all of their books they're putting out are $1 to $1.50. They're printed on the old school paper. This is Scrimshaw: Cyborgs, Pirates, Cutthroats, and Mercs. It's a really fun story set in the future, as we could all kind of imagine the future being. Not necessarily post-apocalyptic, but war and strife and world domination has entailed. The city takes place in the last free city in the world, Japan, Tokyo. So it follows a samurai and a 4th generation radiation master. So they really haven't gone more in depth what that is, but it's obvious that they get into a fight and he can literally make you melt from radiation. So really cool story. I like all the characters and the world, the setting. The artwork is amazing. I really, really dig the artwork. Really sketchy and scratchy, and it's almost like the background is just like sharpied in some areas, but I really like the artwork. And I like the fact that it's $1.50. The only downfall with the paper quality is the printing quality with the color. It sometimes it was difficult to read the page. There's so much beautiful imagery going on here. I really like the art style, but sometimes it was hard to read the page. And I honestly just think it's because of the printing paper. But really cool character designs and artwork, and the whole story is cool. And in the end, they get into this big, awesome pirate ship, and they're going off, and in this squabble they got into, obviously the person wants revenge. So it's basically this badass samurai with an ancient sword, this radiation master, and then this ragtag team of pirates. So very curious to see where this goes. Fun read. Again, Alterna Comics, check them out. They're $1 to $1.50. Next one. This one I was really excited about. Fabian is a writer. He writes Space Riders. He writes Helena Crash, and he's going to be doing the new Samurai Jack. But this is fun. This follows two brothers after the break. So I'm assuming he really hasn't explained what it is, but there's creatures in this world. There's, you think you're reading a normal comic book about a detective. They're two detectives. They're brothers. One is a normal detective. The other one is a luchador wrestler. Totally awesome. But they're in this fun, weird, crazy world with creatures, monsters, almost Hellboy-ish. Very Hellboy-ish. But one of my favorites instantly when I was reading this, Fabian, so please tell me that there's going to be a Gabriel glow-in-the-dark luchador action figure. That is what I want. I'm going to throw my money at you. I need a Gabriel glow-in-the-dark luchador action figure. Super fun. The main character, Gabriel's brother, was in an accident with some weapon when they were in war. And it turned when the bomb went off, it messed up his face and his eyes. But now he can kind of see undead mysticism. So while everyone else is walking around, he can be talking to the ghost of a murdered person to solve the case. So really cool. They find themselves tracking down a clan of werewolves in the end, and it's a big werewolf party. Awesome. I'm excited to see where that goes. Fun book. If you like fun reads, do it. If you like luchadors, do it. If you are a fan of Fabian's work, which you should be, do it. Blood Brothers, Dynamite put it out. Fun book. That was probably one of my favorites. Then to the Marvel title. So last week I did the Weapons of Mutant Destruction, part 1. So this is part 2. So part 1, it's not that I wasn't in love with it, but I wasn't in love with it. It set up the story of Reverend Stryker. Is basically recruiting people from his psycho church to undergo a transformation with gamma mutation, adamantium mutation, turning them into androids. But the whole story, it was setting it up, but it was lackluster. The main bad guys were cats, android cats. But this, part 2 and Totally Awesome Hulk, really jump-started it. Plus, the artwork was amazing, so many times better. It starts off, we actually see how the androids are out hunting mutants and killing them in 90 seconds flat. But of course, so the team was excited that the androids are killing mutants, but the main bad guy lets them know that if the Hulk were to go at his full power, he could kill everyone in a 2-mile radius in 3 seconds, which is kind of cool that they put that in continuity. So kind of to get a better measure of the Hulk's powers and strength. Everyone's always asking, how strong is the Hulk? We don't know. But here they kind of quantified it. So every living thing in 2 miles in 3 seconds he could kill. So this was, it was fun. So we actually got to see some of the gamma mutated characters burst out of the tank here. But because of the gamma and the adamantium, they don't have it perfected, so they're almost instantly taken down. But by the end, you do see the Totally Awesome Hulk take on one of the adamantium hulked out characters. Of course, they're no match for the Hulk because he is the strongest there is. So check it out. That's part 2 of the Weapons of Mutant Destruction. Definitely a fun read. I know we just got back in stock Incredible Hulk 19, which was the prequel to this. So if you need any copies, let us know. The last book I did was another Marvel one, Edge of Venomverse. So this kind of came out of, back in March, there was the Venomized covers. It was just a variant cover that they do, Marvel does every month. Mary Jane covers, Gwen Stacy covers. This was Venomized covers, and it was such a success that they did this Edge of Venomverse. So this follows Laura, the X-23. You guys might be familiar with her if you watched the new Logan film. So this was, it is set in an alternate universe, and it picks up right where NYX, her first appearance, would have taken place. So it shows her breaking out of the lab, being tracked down, meeting the group of the other kids that are in NYX. But there was a little twist. So when she's trying to run away from the encampment where she was imprisoned, she actually broke the canister of the symbiote suit of Venom, and she became one. That's how she escaped. So when she met up with this ragtag team, they took her in, even though she is possessed by the symbiote. And then over time, it shows, which I thought it was cool that I'd never seen it before, that the symbiote is more like a virus, being able to almost spread. So it was a really cool concept. I like how they literally picked it up in the NYX comic book. So those characters. So it was a great origin for this brand new character, but X-23's so who we already know. I'm not going to go more into that, but this is definitely a must read. I thoroughly enjoyed the Edge of Venomverse. Actually, I enjoyed all of the books. So we've got the Edge of Venomverse. Definitely do it. You're going to regret it if you don't do it. The Totally Awesome Hulk, The Weapons of Mutant Destruction. A fun read. If you like the Hulk, if you like the Wolverine, it's a no-brainer. We have all of those in this book. Logan, Sabretooth, Lady Deathstrike. It's cool. Do it. Totally Awesome Hulk, Weapon X. It's a crossover. Blood Brothers, I can't stress enough. Do it if you like the crime noir, Hellboy feel. It's a fun read, great artwork, great writing, and an awesome action figure hopefully to come. Scrimshaw, it's $1.50. Do it, pick it up. In fact, pick up 2 copies of it. It's a #1. It's probably going to do something. There's not a lot of stores carrying this. In fact, I think in Michigan there's 4 stores carrying the Alterna comics, which is insane. We have quite a few copies. We're big supporters of the Alterna comics, so if you need a copy, let us know. Scrimshaw, this is probably my favorite out of all of them so far, and I can definitely see this taking off and doing bigger and better things. Beautiful canvas, amazing writing, really filmy, out there. I like the setup. I like the flashing back. They do a great job in portraying that in the story and the internal struggle that this character is having with her actions as an assassin. So check it out. I can't stress enough. And Black Mask. If you're not familiar with the company, check it out. They're doing big things. Space Riders. Have I mentioned Space Riders yet today? I don't know if I have. Do it. Thank you again. I'm Cody Lockwood from Lockwood's Loot. This has been my weekly review. Have a good day. We'll see you next time. Bye.